Okay. Assalamualaikum and greetings. Um, I'm Jiku Azida, as you all know. This topic I should have taught you when the school reopens, but then, as we all know, that we have this school closure due to COVID-19. So I'm just going to do e-learning or online learning with you guys. The topic is about energy, so forms of energy. This is the next part of your science lesson. Okay, so forms of energy. Now, before that, what is energy? You need to know what is energy. Why do we need energy? Where does this energy come from? Like you guys, you need to eat something in order to get energy. How about cars? How about other objects like your phone that you're using, your laptop you're using? Where does this energy come from? Because your phone, the energy will come from the battery inside the phone. A car, the energy comes from the oil that it uses. How about us human? Or how about the animals? How about all other living things? So of course, the energy comes from the food that we eat. Like animals, they get the energy from the food that they eat. How about plants? Where do they get the energy from? That one we're going to look at in the slide. So what is energy? What does it mean? It means energy is the ability to do work. So you need to remember this one. Energy is the ability to do work. Next. Now, forms of energy. Energy can be divided into 6 forms. So the first one is heat energy. Second is light energy. Third is sound energy. Fourth is electrical energy. Fifth is stored energy. Sixth is movement energy. So you have to remember all 6. So you have heat, light, sound, electrical, stored, and movement energy. So that's 6 energies there. Okay. Now living things need energy. All living things need energy. As you can see here, like this animal here, they are eating. They need to eat food in order to get energy. Now like these superheroes here, if they don't eat, can they do all these things? Can they fly? Can they fight like this one? Okay, so all living things get energy from food. Okay, from food. So people and animals eat plants and other animals for food. All right. Now, how about plants? Just now, earlier on, I mentioned about food and light. Plants, where do they get the energy from? So, green plants need sunlight so that they can make their own food. Of course, plants get the energy from the sunlight. Okay, so plants use the energy in sunlight to make their own food. So we know that plants do not move on its own. So they have to make their own food. Unlike us, we depend on other animals and other plants in order to survive. So we eat other plants, we eat other animals for us to carry on moving, to have energy and so on. Alright. Next, sources of energy. So you have to remember this now. The main source of energy on earth is the sun. So it is the most important source of energy. So if there's a question asking what is the main or what is the most important source of energy on earth, so it should be the sun. And also fuels is also another source of energy. So fuels like oil, charcoal, okay, coal, you have petrol here, so these are fuels, so these are sources of energy. Another type of source of energy is burning wood. That's another type of energy. Okay, so again, let's look at this one here. The 6 forms of energy we have: heat energy, light energy, sound energy, electrical energy, stored energy, and movement energy. So we're going to look at this 6 energy one by one. So I'm going to explain that in a little bit. So first is heat energy. So heat energy is a form of energy that makes things warm. Now if you breathe out and you put your palm on your mouth, you can feel your breath feels warm. So meaning your body produces heat energy. Or when you cook, when you see your mom cook or your father cook, and you can feel it's quite hot from the stove. So the heat energy comes from the stove or the fire from the stove. So that's heat energy. So here we have fire, okay, fire or heat energy. Now heat energy, it is used for to cook food. So without heat energy we cannot cook food. Your chicken will be raw, your meat will be raw. You do not eat raw chicken. If you eat raw chicken, you'll get sick. So fire or heat helps us to cook food, and also it helps us to stay warm during the day. So in the morning or be during the day, if it's cold, the temperature is cold, you get the heat from the sun. Okay, so you stay warm during the day. And also very important, it is to dry our clothes. So your clothes, your wet clothes will get dried up because of the heat energy from the sun. So this is heat energy from the sun, usually this one. All right, next is light energy. Now light energy allows us to see. So when you are watching this video, it has light energy. Now the light energy comes from, let's say you're using your mobile phone, so the light energy comes from your mobile phone. And if you're watching this video through your laptop or your desktop, the light energy comes from the laptop or the desktop. Okay, during the day, where does the light energy comes from? Of course it comes from the sun. Without the sun, you don't have any light energy. So of course the sun gives you light energy. How about during night time? During night time it is dark. How can we see? Because we have the lamps or the lights, the ceiling lights or your torchlight in order to see in the dark. So that is light energy. Now let's think about this. The moon. Do you think the moon produces its own light energy? What do you think? Okay, the moon does not give out its own light energy. So how can we see the moon? Now the moon gets the light energy from the sun. The light energy from the sun is reflected onto the moon's surface. So the moon is like a mirror. A mirror. So the light that you see from the moon comes from the sun. So the moon doesn't give you any light energy. Okay, don't get confused. Although you can see the moon during night time, it is from light energy from the sun. Okay, sound energy. Now sound energy is a form of energy we can hear. So like right now I'm talking to you through this video, you can hear my voice. That is sound energy. Or if you hear your mom screaming, getting angry with you, that is another sound energy. Okay, or you can hear your brother snoring while sleeping. That is sound energy. You can hear the TV playing your favorite cartoon, so that is sound energy. So anything that you can hear, it is sound energy. Okay, electrical energy. Now this thing here, I know in OGDC they have this, but of course because of the COVID-19 we cannot go to these places, so you have to stay at home. But when you have the opportunity to go OGDC, go find this. It's very fun to play with it. Don't worry, it will not shock you. It doesn't shock you. Okay, unless it has two like this, it might shock you because the electrical energy passes, it goes from one side to another. Okay, so electrical energy, it is used to power all of the electrical appliances like your phone. Although it is not connected to the charger, it uses electrical energy from the battery inside your phone. Your laptop, your desktop, the laptop uses the battery from the battery of the laptop in order to produce electrical energy. Your desktop uses electrical energy. The fan, the aircon, TV, What else? What else uses electrical energy? You can think other appliances that uses electrical energy. The light, the lamps, refrigerator, the freezer, rice cooker, or if you have your hoverboard, okay, hoverboard, that uses electrical energy as well. It uses electrical energy from the battery. Okay, so anything that uses electricity has electrical energy. Okay, next is stored energy or potential energy. Now sometimes you might hear me calling stored energy as potential energy, and even some of the work that I will be giving to you will contain the word potential energy, so just bear with me. I want you to get used to this word, this potential energy, because when you go to sekolah menengah, instead of stored energy they will call it potential energy, so you don't get confused. Okay, stored energy is energy that is stored in an object and can be used another time. So example, like right now, you're sitting down, you're not doing anything, you're just watching the video, listening to me talking. So you are having stored energy. Or anything, any items, any object that sits still, like let's say your book, you don't disturb your book, it just stay on your table, it has stored energy. Or your TV, it doesn't do anything, it just gives you sound energy, it just stays put, it has stored energy. Anything that is stationary, what I mean by stationary, that doesn't move, it just stays still, it has stored energy. Okay, now this stored energy can be changed into another different energy. So usually it changes to like movement energy or kinetic energy. Okay, same thing, kinetic energy, movement energy is the same thing. Movement energy is the energy an object possesses when it is moving. Possesses meaning it contains. Okay, so anything that moves, like let's say your hand moving, or you see your brother or your little sister moving around, running around your room next to you, so they are moving. Or you see your cat moving around, that's movement energy. Okay, anything that moves has movement energy. If you see a car moving, that's movement energy. If you see like anything that moves, it has movement energy. So now we have come to the end of the slide. Okay, with this slide I'll be providing questions on sources of energy, forms of energy, the meaning of each form of energy. You have to answer the questions, okay? And you must hand in the work by the end of the week. Okay? So actually I really miss you guys. I want to see you guys. But because of this, we have to do everything at home. And I really hope that you will do your revision, so when we come back to school I don't have any problem, and you guys will understand what I've been doing, what you are learning. Okay, anyhow, do enjoy yourself, don't stress out. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to text me up. Your parents have my number, so if you don't understand, you can just text me up personally, ask me the question, and I'll be glad to help you guys. Alright, so hope to see you soon, inshallah. Have a great day, and assalamualaikum.